She called me a thief. Right there, in front of my parents, in front of the woman who used to braid my hair when I cried over school bullies. "You stole my necklace!" she screamed. Her voice trembled like she believed it. Or maybe she just liked the sound of me being accused. I didn't fight back. I didn't plead. I just looked at her, my sister, the one whose tuition I'd been secretly paying for 3 years. The one who always bragged about her new dresses, never wondering who kept the lights on when Dad's job fell apart and Mom's pills got expensive. They all stared at me, waiting for me to defend myself. I didn't. I knew the truth didn't matter anymore. They needed someone to hate, and I was convenient. When Dad said, "Pack your things," it wasn't anger in his voice, it was exhaustion. I left quietly. No tears, no apologies. Just silence thick enough to choke on. It took 3 months before they realized what I'd really stolen from them. Not a necklace, but the lifeline. The tuition payments stopped first. My sister's private college sent its usual polite reminders, then urgent ones. Then came the notice of expulsion. The electricity bill followed, unpaid, piling up like snow against a locked door. The fridge went quiet next. I watched from a distance, careful and calm, as the structure I built for them collapsed piece by piece. Not because I hated them, but because they needed to learn what I carried for them, what they destroyed when they threw me out. You see, I wasn't always the quiet one. As kids, she was the golden child, always the center of attention, always adored. I didn't mind. I loved her enough to let her shine. When she failed math, I stayed up nights teaching her. When she forgot her lunch, I shared mine. When she cried about not being good enough, I reminded her she was. And yet, the moment things went missing, earrings, perfume, a few bills, it was always me. But this time, it was different. This time she made sure everyone saw her tears. "This necklace was from my boyfriend," she sobbed, clutching her throat as if I'd ripped it off myself. It wasn't about the necklace, it was about control. I found out the truth 2 weeks later. A picture, blurry, careless, posted online. Her missing necklace glinting under the club lights around her own neck. Same pendant, same chain. Caption, "Feeling rich tonight." That's when something in me went still. Not angry, not hurt, just still. I didn't expose her, not yet. Revenge tastes better when it's slow, deliberate, earned. I started by cutting the invisible strings she never saw. No tuition payments, no rent transfers. Then I canceled the automatic payments for the house bills, all under my name. My parents never asked why I insisted on handling the finances. They just let me. By the time they noticed, their world had started to rot from within. She came to find me eventually, her perfect hair undone, eyes swollen, voice trembling, not from arrogance now, but desperation. "Why would you do this?" she whispered. I almost laughed. Do what? I just stopped fixing things that weren't mine to fix. She didn't understand. She never would. I showed her the screenshot. The necklace, shining under club lights. Her eyes widened, her mouth opened, but nothing came out. The silence between us stretched until it snapped. "You ruined me," she said. "No," I corrected softly. "You did that the moment you called me a liar." That night, I went back home, not as their daughter, but as a ghost haunting what used to be mine. The lights were dim, the fridge empty, the air thick with tension and regret. Mom tried to speak, but the words fell apart halfway. Dad looked smaller, older. My sister sat on the couch, the necklace gone, her fingers twisting in her lap. I placed an envelope on the table. All the receipts, tuition slips, and payment confirmations from the last 3 years. Proof of everything I'd done. Proof of everything they never saw. No one moved. No one spoke. I turned to leave, but I stopped at the door. "You always told me family doesn't abandon each other," I said quietly. "I just finally believed you didn't mean it." They tried to call later. Apologies, excuses, promises. I didn't answer, because I wasn't angry anymore. I was free. Freedom isn't loud. It's not revenge served on a silver platter. It's the quiet satisfaction of knowing they finally saw me, not as the thief, not as the problem, but as the spine that once held them up. And when I closed that final door behind me, it didn't feel like leaving. It felt like walking into the life I'd been paying for all along.